Hey, playa, have you ever come across someone who just didn't like you? They hated you for whatever reason. Well, over the years, I've developed a trick that I use every single time I encounter someone that doesn't like me, and so far, it's worked like a charm. So I'm going to share that with you right after this.
This is the Josh Beats, you're watching the Josh Beat.
For those of you that are new here, my name is Josh, and every single Monday through Friday, I make videos sharing tips, ideas, and stories teaching you how to be your best self. So if you want to learn and grow, hit the subscribe button and make sure to click on the notification bell. Now, before I share this trick with you, I have 3 questions I want you to really think deeply about. And those questions are, why do you want people to like you? Why do you need people to like you? And what are you going to do if they don't like you? If you think about why we would want people to like us, it's because we want to feel accepted. No one wants to be an outcast or left aside or just be kind of out of the loop as to what's going on. This can go for friends, for classmates, for crushes, or just about anyone you feel is not giving you the proper attention that you think you deserve. It's totally normal to want to feel accepted by others. That's why you would prefer a situation where you and the other person are casually talking and things are just flowing over a situation where things are awkward and silent. But what about our need for someone to like us? Why is that a thing? Why do we feel like we need people to like us and it really bothers us when they don't? Well, sometimes we project our feelings onto others and we use them as a reflection of how we see ourselves. For example, if we're talking to someone and they look bored, we think that we're boring people. Or, for example, you try to talk to different girls, but each one of them rejects you, leading you to believe that you are just not someone that's lovable. Pretty soon, we start to associate our need to feel liked with the actuality of how we're being liked by others. If no one likes us, then we feel like we just aren't likable people. And because of that, we have a deep-seated need to make that happen. We start to doubt our own abilities and qualities and strengths and replace that with other people's reactions towards us. Rather than working on improving ourselves, we're just taking other people's actions as gospel. And look, the trick I'm going to share with you is going to help you. Trust me on that. But I really want you to ask yourself this. What are you going to do if these people just don't like you at the end of the day? How do you live with that? How do you live with the idea of knowing that people out there don't like you? They find you annoying, they find you boring, they find you awkward or creepy or weird or any of these things. Well, one thing you should never ever forget is that your self-worth is not determined by other people. It's determined by you. And if you're willing to take those small steps towards improvement, towards changing yourself, towards growing, then there's always a possibility that you might win them over. But there's also a possibility that they won't, which is why this trick is so handy. So here it is. Give to others without any expectation of receiving anything back from them. Let me explain that a little further. Sometimes when we go out of our way to be kind and caring and compassionate to others, we hold the expectation that they're going to react the same way back towards us. So when they don't, it kind of throws us for a loop. It can really affect you in such a negative way that you start to have a negative reaction to their negative reaction. You might start saying things like they're ungrateful, they're unkind, they just don't care. And what ends up happening is you lose sight of why you're being kind and why you're being caring. Then you can apply this to pretty much any type of situation. Let's take, for example, you talking to your crush. You're kind to this person, you're there for them, you flirt with them, you do everything right, hoping that they're going to like you, but for some reason they just don't. They pick someone else over you, and because of that, it can really piss you off. The reason why this happens is because you went in with the expectation that by doing this, you were going to get this type of result. And because you didn't, it really pissed you off. This happens a lot for guys that are in the friend zone. They like a girl, they're kind to them, they're there for them. And then when they reveal their feelings and the girl doesn't like them back, they get annoyed. They feel like everything they did was a waste, when in reality, they weren't genuinely being friends and genuinely weren't pursuing them. They were kind of somewhere in the middle, hoping that the girl would recognize their actions and automatically like them. Or another example might be wanting the kids in your school to like you, doing everything you can to be cool, to be fun, to be popular, but for some reason they just don't accept you. They think of you as weird or a loser or you're creepy. Here you are putting yourself out there with the expectation that they're going to accept you, and when they don't, it really annoys you. You start to feel angry because why can't they just like you for who you are? But that's why giving without any expectation is so powerful. What you're really doing is putting good out there into the world. You're living by your core values. and no one can shake you, whether they like you or they don't. And ultimately, if you're giving without any expectation, the people that have their guards up and are afraid of letting you in because they don't want to get hurt will let those down, because they'll know that you're someone who's genuine and someone who's real. This is something I want you to start doing, because I truly believe it's going to make your haters start to hate you less and maybe even start to like you. But now I want to know, what do you think? What do you feel is holding you back from giving without expectation? Are you afraid people are going to walk all over you, or are you just going to get hurt? Leave your comments down below and we'll talk about it. The learning doesn't end there though. If you want to watch more videos on how to get inspired and motivated to succeed, tap on the playlist right there on your screen. These are things that I do in my day-to-day life to succeed and to feel happy and to not feel tied down by other people's opinions. Check it out, guys, and I'll catch you tomorrow. As always, love and peace.